Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from around the world. Welcome to LMS TV, Day 3 here from the LMS Wise Australia Champs. Cup format, we're in the round of 32 here. We've got Connelly CC out of Sydney versus Bucheurs SC out of Bucheurs up here in Brisbane, Queensland. So starting off, we've got Connelly CC batting first. We've got Andrew Michaels out there and James Bucheurs. Jamie, the horses, Braithwaite, opening the bowling for the Bucheurs. Very good start here from Jamie Braithwaite, right on the money from the get-go. Knowing Jamie personally, playing against him, playing with him, is usually really good with nice medium in-swingers there. Right on the money, coming in for the fourth ball of this delivery. Nice and filling out those stumps there. Again, the boys, all they can do is drive it out. Jogging through for a single, fielded in the deep there by Bradley Smith, underarming it in.
Last ball.
Last ball of this over, as you can hear from our umpire there. 3 off it so far. The Bucheurs will be happy with this. Beautiful, nice full delivery there. Nice block shot there from Andrew Michaels, but because the field is spread, the boys are going to come through for a quick single, turning for 2, but they're going to keep it at 1.
That is over.
So first over, 4 off it. Not a bad start here for the Bucheurs. Really good opening bowling from the Jamie horses Braithwaite there. So Bradley Smith coming in to bowl the second over here. Give you a little bit of the tail of the tape coming into this match. Obviously, gone through our pool stage here. So Connelly CC, the better ranked of the two teams through their first 2 games, getting our 14th seed here in the top 32. Coming into the week up here on the Gold Coast, they played a little friendly against the Spider Monkeys. They went down by 4 wickets. Obviously, since being up here, though, the boys have done really, really well. Day 1, they got a win against here for the Beers, scoring 181, keeping them 20 less than that. Bradley coming in, bowling a full one down the leg side there. They're going to have a swing, and wide ball called there by our umpire. Turning back to us here at the camera, getting himself on there. That is really, really good umpiring there. Textbook, if you ask me. Bradley coming in to bowl the next ball here. Fuller down the leg side again, though. So they're going to get the 3 for that one, plus an extra 2 that they've run through. So 6 runs, technically, off the first ball of the over. It's not what the Bucheurs want there. That's not a really good start at all. They got some bat on it, never mind me. So Day 1 win against here for the Beers, scoring 181. James Chauffeur, 60 not out off 26 balls. Teddy Dodd pitching in at the end there with 44 not out himself. Day 2, the boys came up against they got a nice win against the Triple D Kings out of Melbourne, scoring 145 and keeping the Triple D Kings to 123. I'll give you a little bit about the Bucheurs shortly as Bradley comes in for his second ball of the over here. Full and straight. All they can do is play that one down. Going to be denied a single there by his batting partner down the end. James did not want to come through. Maybe he's seen Bradley's arm in the nets there earlier. I'm sure these boys have definitely been training. The boys out at Bucheurs take themselves not too seriously, if we're being honest. These boys are a great bunch to be around. Nice and full and at the stumps there. Played off the legs nicely by Andrew. The boys are going to come through for a single. Fielded in the deep by Josh Yappy Graham. Big loopy throw in. I think the Connelly CC boys will be seeing that going. We can get some 2s off his arm if this is how he's going to play. Bradley coming in for his 4th ball here shortly. Bradley delivers full down leg side again, but they get a hold of that one. That's in the air and looks like going to go all the way to the boundary. Man in the deep there's coming around to it, but he's not going to cut it off. 4 runs there for the Connelly boys down the leg side. James gets a hold of it. 1 ball left in this second over. Bit more expensive than Jamie's over. Jamie won't be too happy with Brad here. He's putting a bit more pressure back on him. This is nothing the Bucheurs boys haven't handled before. Nice and full on at the stumps there. Played nicely off the legs in the air. The man's going to come around to the side there, but he's not going to get there. 4 more runs for the Connelly boys. So another 4 there for the Connelly boys. Oh, 2. Must have kept it in. Can't really see from the side screen here. Another 14 after 2 overs there.
Not the next one. Sorry? I'm the good one. I'm the good one.
So the Bucheurs boys coming into this with our 22nd seed out of the top 32. Day one, they had a tight loss to the Sunday Sloggers. Sunday Sloggers scoring 188 runs, setting them a target of 189 to win. The boys fell 12 short of that. But day two, they had a win against Port Macquarie Assassins, putting 205 on themselves, keeping the Assassins 23 less than that. I'll give you some individual stats shortly as Jamie comes in. Nice and full, and that the stumps there played nicely off the legs by Andrew. The boys are going to turn for two. Josh Yappy Graham with their throw, but he's not going to get it in. He's just going to jog in, let the boys come through for the two there. So batting performances for the Bucheurs. Day one, Samla Matthews, really handy bat they've got there. 51 not out off 32. Daniel Lake chipping in himself with 51 not out off 33. Medi Carvoso might be the man to watch when the Bucheurs get out there with the bat. Day one made 42 off 15, and day two, 59 not out off 21 deliveries himself, including a home run, which you may have seen on our Last Man Stands Facebook page, all over the socials there. Really good coverage over this weekend. Jamie down the leg side there. Got to be called a wide by umpire Duraj. Boy's going to come back for two there. So they're going to pick up three off a ball that was really loose there from Jamie. He's bowled really, really well so far. Let's see if he can get his line back. So in that game against the Port Macquarie Assassins yesterday, where the boys put on 205, Daniel Lake chipping in with another 50, 51 not out, this time off 30 balls, going a little bit quicker than his day one score. As I said earlier, Matty Carvoso, 59 not out off 21 balls, and Josh Yappy Graham, 50 not out off 23. So the boys really picked up the pace there, got their bats firing yesterday. They'll be wanting to get those bats firing when they get a chance to bat on this turf later. A bit shorter from Jamie, but played and missed by Andrew Michaels. Nice dot ball there, good recovery ball, Jamie. Jamie coming in here for the third delivery of this third over of the match. Played nicely off the legs by Andrew. He looks really, really comfortable playing it off there. Man in the deep, Josh Yappy Graham's going to come around and field that in. An excellent arm into the wicketkeeper there. Just a bit off target, but getting that ball back in quickly. No quick twos here for the Connelly CC boys off Yappy, if this is how he's going to field.
Two balls.
Jamie's got two left in this over. What's he going to do with this one? A full on straight at the stumps. Looks like the aim of the game. A little bit shorter, but at those stumps. Played nicely. A nice cover drive in there. Bradley Smith's going to come off the fence there. Field that one in. Throw it in underarm. Another single there for the Connelly boys. So the Connelly boys are building nicely here.
Last
Not
ball.
taking any risks. Just taking what the bowler's giving them. But those runs are still ticking along. Jamie coming in here for the last ball of this third over here on field number one, Sam Loxton Oval. Short and wide, goes for the cut shot and misses it. Enough dot to finish off the over. Another 21 after three.
Oh, sorry. No.
So we're into the round of 32 stage here at the LMS Wise Australian Champs here at Runaway Bay on the Gold Coast. Winner of this game here is going to be playing the Western Swingers tomorrow morning in the round of 16. Definitely a team that I would not want to be facing this early into the knockouts. Losers going to have to back up at 320 again and play either 3 short CCC or the High Flyers, who are playing their game at the moment as well. Nicely played off the legs there by James, moving his total to 11 off 8. Bradley wants to straighten up his line. I really think that Bradley wants that on the offside there. Getting him into cut, we've actually got Jamie Braithwaite in here at a conventional cover fielding position there. So I think they really want to get these Connelly boys on the drive there, try to cut down some of these ones. Nice and full toss hit straight down the ground here towards me. Sam Matthews is going to run around the boundary line, but he's going to get to that. The boys are going to get back for two. A loose one there from Bradley Smith, but the boys there, they seem to be covering it. So a little bit of a fielding change here. Again, looking like they want them on that drive. So we've got a fielder right here on the deep in front of me here. Nice full one there at the stumps. Going to go across the wicket. Daniel Lake's going to try to get around to that one there, but he's not going to get there. 4 runs. Another loose one there. Excellent shot by Andrew Michaels. So 2 loose deliveries so far. He's got 2 left in this over, Bradley. None for 17 off 1.3. 2 dots here would be really, really handy for the Bucheurs boys. Bradley runs in, delivers that ball nice and full, and at those stumps again. They're going to go across the wicket down to cow corner. This one's up in the air. One bounce and over the rope
100
again. 4 more for the Connelly boys. Andrew starting to put the pedal down. So these two gentlemen out in the middle at the moment. Andrew Michaels played 82 matches of last man stands cricket. Batting average of 43. Looks like he's a really, really handy bat there.
Sorry,
James Parakis, 84 games himself as well.
Not in between the over, please.
Batting average of 44 as well. Just getting some words in there from our umpire. Looks like the boys are trying to run drinks out, but he's telling them not between the overs. Thanks, boys. Bradley coming in with the last ball of this 4th over. Wide ball. He's going to have to bowl that one again. Bradley's not too sure where to bowl it at the moment because Andrew looks like he's taking him. Anything on the stumps there, he's pulling off to that leg side there, hitting very comfortably. Andrew also looks very comfortable on the drive. Bradley runs in to bowl this last ball of this 4th over. Nice and short at the stumps there. Played nicely into the cup of the regions. Samla Matthews is going to cut that one off. One single to finish off the over. None for 34 off 4 overs. The Connelly boys will be really happy with this start here.
There you are.
So Jamie Braithwaite coming in for his 3rd over here, runs in, bowls nice over the stumps. Boys are pulling all of these balls over the leg side here. Daniel Lake's going to come a few metres in off the boundary, but they're going to get back for 2. Some really good running between the wickets here by the Connelly boys, picking up the 1s and 2s where they're at, hitting a few boundaries there when the balls become a little bit loose, and this is what the Bucheurs S.C boys are known to do. Sometimes a little bit of a lapse in judgment, and good teams like Connelly, the good boys out of Sydney there, they're going to punish you for that. Jamie delivers this ball short down the leg side, flicked off the pads nicely. Keep BJ. Lance will get around there to that one there. Throw that one back in. So nice little single off the pads. Really well done by the keeper there to get across to that quickly. These singles need to be cut down very quickly if these Bucheurs boys want to put some pressure back on the Connelly CC boys. None for 37. They'd really like a wicket here. Jamie Braithwaite comes in to bowl the 3rd ball of this over. Played nicely. A beautiful looking cover drive there. Textbook cricket there. Samuel Matthews coming in off the rope to field that one there. Just another single for the Connelly CC boys. They're happy to take them when they're on offer. Nice delivery there, played nicely into the onside region, cut nicely. Man coming in off the rope, going to throw that one back in. A couple of bounces back to the bowler.
Last ball.
1 ball left in this 5th over. The Connelly boys here, none for 39. Feeling pretty comfortable, I'd say. Boys just still getting themselves in. I think they're going to go big here if the Bucheurs boys aren't careful. Last ball of the over, nice and full at the stumps, driving nicely. The men are going to come around. Bradley Smith's going to field that one nice, knee down into the turf, underarming that one back in. The boys are going to settle for a single.
That is over.
None for 40 after 5.
40 after 5. It's not your. Oh, I got the wrong thing clipped on me. Oh shit, couldn't do it again.
Coming in to bowl the handy lefty, Josh Yappy Graham. I'll give you some stats on Yappy very shortly. Nice handy bowler to have in your side. Watched Yappy play a lot of cricket, played against him, played with him. He's known for taking out people's legs with the bat, but with the ball, he is just as lethal.
Bowler change. Coming left arm over the wicket. Oh my god, this fail. Oh.
So a nice lefty into the attack here. Nice, I'd say medium pace. It's not the quickest going around, but it is pretty accurate, targeting those stumps there. Maybe this left arm over the wicket line that Yappy will be able to deliver may trouble Andrew here. I know it's always harder to face a lefty coming over the wicket, especially one that can move the ball a little bit. Nice windy day here on the Gold Coast here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club for our LMS Wise Australian champs. As we see our umpire here just trying to fix up these bails. That wind is coming from left to right on your screen, wanting to take those bails with it. The nice breeze sitting here under our gazebo here. A perfect viewing angle we've got here. Awesome camera setup here on Sam Loxton Oval. Yappy comes in to bowl his first ball. Nice and straight at the stumps at the legs. An appeal from the keeper, but denied by the umpire. Man gets back. We've had a shout. Man at square leg says, no, boys, he got back. Settle down. Not sure why we've taken the stump out on a run out appeal, but here we are. James Barakis tried to play that one off his legs. Tried to take a quick single that was not on there. Just got back nice and safely there. Fixing up the stumps here, just a little break in play. So Josh Yappy Graham played a lot of last man stands cricket himself, 275 games. With the ball, taken 169 wickets at an average of 29.59, economy rate of 7.07. Best figures of 4 for 5. I'm sure if he can deliver anything similar to that today, the Bucheurs boys will be up and about. A nice delivery there, short and at the legs though. Pulled away nicely by James Barakis to a backward square. Man's going to come around to it, but the boys are going to scamper back through for 2. James Yappy Graham at the top of his mark, turns. Batsman's not ready. Just going to stand at the top of his mark, waiting patiently for that batsman, waiting patiently for James to face up. Yappy delivers the ball a little bit shorter again, hitting a good length there, but targeting the stumps, probably just above the stump line. Wouldn't be troubling them. Pitch up a bit fuller, maybe we might have a leg before we get in play if he can straighten up that line. A nice single there from Andrew Michaels, taking the Connelly boys over to none for 43. I've seen him do it before. Left arm over the wicket, needs to get that around that 4th stump line, that little bit of in-swing tailing back in, pitching in line with off stump. Those stumps will come into play. Yappy, a bit fuller there, cut away nicely by Andrew Michaels. That's a better delivery from Yap. Keeper's going to have to chase that because the man's not coming around to support him. Looks like it's going to roll away for 4 runs. Not a good start there for the boys from Bucheurs territory.
1 to come.
1 to come in the over. Yappy would really want a dot here. Bails will come off again, it looks like here. Having some trouble with these bails here. Nice, beautiful day here. A nice Friday here at Runaway Bay on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. All 6 fields in action today. All 6 fields have 4 games each on them. Lots of cricket to be played here today. A lot of teams really want to make that way into the round of 16. For our losers, it's not over yet. They will drop down into our Shield and Cup plate competitions. A few of those games happening later this afternoon. Josh Graham coming in for the last ball of this over. Good length there, played and missed. Very good delivery, very good follow-up from that for the previous ball. None for 47 after 6. Having a look at that bowling card there. Jamie, the pick of the bowlers so far. 3 overs, none for 17. Only have 1 left though. Not sure what the boys want to do with it, where they want to save it for. Bradley Smith, not too bad himself. And obviously we've just seen Yappy's first over that went for 7. So, LMS Wise Australian Champs brought to you by Wise. Wise, move your money where it matters. Save up to 3 times on international transfers. Spend money worldwide without any hidden fees. So, Wise is trusted by millions of people around the world. Millions of customers globally move around $453 billion each month. That is some insane figures that the boys at Wise are able to handle. So, shout out Wise. Thank you so much for partnering here with us here at Last Man Stands TV. New bowler Daniel Lake into the attack. Let's see what Lake he's got for us today. Played nicely. Nice cut shot there, but Jamie's going to misfield that. Going to be backed up by the man, but that's going to roll. Oh, he's just got to it. Good thing these Bucheurs boys are backing each other up because Jamie wasn't quite able to get down to that one there. Boys are going to come back through for a couple.
Like.
Nice delivery there, nice loop delivery there. Played nicely by James Barakis. Beautiful block shot back to the bowler. That is some excellent pressure that Daniel Lake is able to get there. Just floating it up into the wind, just tempting the boys, saying, if you're comfortable, see if you can take this one to the boundary. Coming in for his third ball of the over. Again, nice and full. He moves his feet. He brings that one down the ground. That looks like it's going to go all the way off the side screen. 6 runs for James Barakis.
You got to do some of those as well.
Lakey coming in for the 4th ball of this over, a little bit shorter. Standing on the back foot there. James puts that one up in the air. It's going to bounce a couple times. Josh Eppie-Graham coming in off the boundary to field that one. Just going to jog through for a single there.
Last ball.
Lakey coming in to bowl the last ball of this over, pitching it up nice and full, sweeping. That one's in the air. That might clear the fielder. That one's gone for 6 runs.
That is over.
Not a great over there. The boys liking the spin. The Connelly boys really comfortable with this turf wicket here. None for 62 after 7 with a projected score of 177. Very windy day here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club, but the awesome facilities here. Sam Loxton Oval. I know how awesome that looks on the live stream here. I can see it here on a monitor just in front of me. What a wicket. We are so lucky here at Elements Australia to have an awesome facility like this. 6 grounds here, all within walking distance of each other. Albeit I'm not walking too much at the moment, but I can get up to field number 6 on a mobility scooter. So an awesome facility here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club. Awesome people here, Trav and the team doing an excellent job hosting us here, as they have done for the last few years and ongoing for our Last Man Stands Australian Championships. Samla Matthews into the attack. Samla is a very handy bowler. Not the quickest around, but he will hit his spots. He has a plan. He'll always have a plan. Let's see what he's got in store for James here. He's going to come in and bowl his first delivery. Nice right arm over the wicket. Oh, that's a no ball off the pitch. Not a great start there for Samla. Lance Newman, the keeper. BJ was not able to get around to it. The boys are going to get the one of the wide ball. They're going to scamper back through for 3. Loosener there for Samler, and he shakes those shoulders up. Real loosener there for Samler. Let's see where this next one goes.
Free hit batsman.
So we've got a no ball free hit here. No matter what James has seen, James is going to load up for this one. See if he can send another one over the fence. Keep that Connelly score going up, and up. Samler comes in to deliver what is the first ball of this over. A little bit wide. Wide ball called by our umpire. So that free hit, that's going to carry over. That's 3 free runs there for the Connelly boys. They'll be happy with that. Samler, not so much. Andrew Michaels takes his total to 40 off 22. This has been some great batting here. Not much risk in it. Delivery, that's a bit better straight at the stumps there. Cut away nicely. The man in the deep's going to come around to that, Matty Caruso. And he's going to throw that one in on the bounce to Samler. The boys are going to get back through for 2. Samler coming in for his second ball. Straight through him. This is the line and length that I told you Samler was able to produce. Unfortunately, it's taken him a little bit of time to get there, but an excellent dot ball, handy for the Bucheurs there. Very well needed. So 2 balls left in this 8th over. What's Samler got in store for us at the top of his mark? Samler delivers the ball. Nice and full, cut away. The man's not going to get there though, and that's going to go all the way for 6. Looks like he might have got a hand to it. Played very nicely by Andrew Michaels. Takes his total to 48 from 25. Andrew definitely within striking territory of this 50 here, and I don't think he's going to get there slowly. I think he's going to try to do it this ball. Samuel Matthews coming in for the last ball of this over. Full and straight at the stumps. Cut away very nicely by Andrew Michaels. 4 more to his total, and that's his 52 runs in 26 balls. None for 81 after 8. The Connelly boys well on top here on Sam Loxton Oval.
Oh, shit. All about it.
Connelly CC will be very happy with this start. Michael would be very happy with his innings as well. Gets a nice photo there. He'll get to see that one on our socials later in the week.
29.
James Chauffeur coming in to be third batsman here. So I told you guys earlier, day one in the win against here for the Beers. James Chauffeur producing 60 not out off 26 deliveries himself. If he replicates that today, the Bucheurs SC will be in big trouble. Not a great over there from Samuel Matthews, none for 19, but he'll have a think about it. He'll come back better for it. I'm sure they'll give him another over here because Samuel is an excellent bowler, despite what those figures reflect.
And bowler name? 2 hours to go from this end.
So our new bowler coming into the attack, Lance BJ Newman. So he was keeping for us earlier. The Bucheurs SC, all the boys here, really good mates. All can bat in their own respect. Wouldn't call them bowl, or some of them I wouldn't call bowlers, but they get a bowl anyway. And all of them think they're pretty good behind the wickets there with the gloves. Good bunch of blokes, good blokes to play cricket with, good blokes to have a beer with after the game. Just all around good blokes to chat to, and they've got some friends all around the country here through LMS. Some of these boys here also would have played with the other Bucheurs of Desert team, maybe at the Worlds recently. Really good bunch of blokes all coming out of the Bow Desert region, which is about an hour's drive north here from us here at Runaway Bay. So Lance Newman at the top of his mark, bowling to James Varakis, who's 29 runs off 18 deliveries. Lance delivers the ball nice and full, loopy, played very nicely along the ground there. Bradley Smith's going to try to get around to that, but they're not going to get there. That's 4 more runs to James Varakis' total. Well, that ball's coming back in to give you some scores from around the ground. In Cup round 1, the round of 32. Tradies you can't trust up against the Band of Brothers. Tradies you can't trust in 10.4 overs, none for 126. Bomb Squad against the Old Fools. Bomb Squad 4 for 188 after 16.2. Lance comes in to deliver this next over. Nice and loopy. Hit away to the leg side there. That's up in the air. Josh Yappy Graham coming in, and he's taken the catch. What a catch by Josh Yappy Graham. Bucheurs get there first. 1 for 85.
Sorry, was it new?
Bucheurs boys come together there, have a quick chat, give Yappy some high fives, a few pats on the back. Probably having a quick chat here about how they need to really tighten up on this bowling here. Yes, they've got a wicket, but the Connelly boys here, they've got a clear intent to get this score going as high as they can. Projected score at the moment 202. That would definitely take some chasing if the Connelly boys are able to get there. So a new batsman in James Green. So suddenly we've got a situation here for the Connelly boys where we've got 2 batsmen here who have not faced a ball. Obviously we've got the man in the sheds there for the Connelly boys, which is really, really handy. But a chance here now for the Bucheurs to build some pressure on the Connelly CC boys, the boys out of Sydney. The last game I haven't given you from around the grounds, High Flyers versus 3 Short CCC. So the loser of this game and that game will face later on today. Lance comes in with a nice full ball, played nicely off the legs by James Green. He's going to get his tally going. Boys going to turn for 2 because the boys in the field don't know who's getting it. 2 runs there to start his account for James Green. Very nice shot and very good running between the wickets between these 2. So the High Flyers versus 3 Short CCC. High Flyers have elected to bat first, 1 for 67 after 11.4. That is also on the turf just to the left of me here. Up in the air, played nicely, but that's going to find the ground. A couple of bounces. Josh Yappy Graham coming in off the fence there to get it. Nice single there for James. Take his total to 3 off 2. Lance has got 1 more ball left in this over, but he seems like the strike bowler at the moment. 1 for 7. Let's see what he's got aboard.
That's it.
And our Shield round of 16 has started as well,
Last
up
ball.
on field 4 and 5. The Adelaide All-Stars versus the Tongan Tocos. 3 for 107 after 13. The Adelaide All-Stars are. Nice delivery there. Cut away very nicely, very hardly hit. Samuel Matthews is there to field it, sliding along the ground. The awesome outfield we've got here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club. Just
That is
cut
over.
that off for a single. So 1 for 8
Last
for Lance
over
is
from this
over.
end.
He'll be happy with
There you
that, but 1 for 89, that's looking concerning for me. So the last game in the Shield that's going on at the moment. So all 6 grounds in action at the moment in
Ball
the
is
Shield
changed,
round of
and we ran him over the
16.
wicket.
New Neighbours suffering a loss this morning here to second 11 up against here for the Bears. New Neighbours 1 for 129 after 13.2. Looking like they're trying to put on a big score there. Hopefully they can defend it. Sandro Santos coming on to bowl.
Wide.
Wide ball called by our umpire here at Sam
On the contrary,
Loxton.
it's gone out.
Sounds like some of the boys out there are trying to defend it, asking the umpire why that's wide, but Sandro himself, he knows. Sandro coming with his next one down the leg side there. That one's probably wider than the first one. Not sure if he got any bat on that one. If he did, he'll be kicking himself because he's cost himself some runs. Oh, off the leg. Maybe that's Sandro's plan. Bowl at the legs.
Yeah.
So Sandro coming in for his second delivery of this over here. Sandro, a really handy bowler in his own regard. A lot of people look at some of his bowling. A bit slower than some of the other ones we've seen, but he's on the money there. Umpire's calling it a wide. Sandro's asking the question as to why that was wide. But our umpire's made his decision, and I back it
Anything on this side of the
100%.
line?
Sandro coming in for his third delivery here. Nice and full in at those stumps again. Inside the line there. Umpire moving his head slightly just to get inside that line there. Sandro's got a clear intent here. Get it out to that wide line there. Make the boys chase it. Sandro coming in to bowl this 4th ball of this 10th over here at Sam Loxton Oval.
That's
down the
a
leg side.
wide.
Wide ball called by the umpire, turning around, giving us a big
That
smile.
is
We
a
love
wide.
our umpires here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club for Last Man
Yep,
Stands Wise
wide to come.
Australia champs. Got an excellent umpiring panel here at the moment. Sandro coming in for his last delivery. Bit shorter there, played and missed. A big appeal from the umpire.
That is over.
Not
And
out.
We're swapping sides.
1
Oh my God,
for
he shouts so
97 after
I can't even
10
hear the-
overs here. Projected score of 194 for the
I can't
Connelly
even hear
boys
the
if they
edge of
keep
your
the same
shout.
pace in the second 10. If the Bucheurs boys are able to straddle 6 and over for the last 10, the score of 157. I think from this position here, the Bucheurs boys would be really happy if they can get it down to that.
I'm prepared
But there's
for it.
definitely
I came
some batting depth in the tank here for Connelly CC. Troubling signs early, but all it takes is a couple of wickets and this game turns on its head very quickly.
prepared. Lance Newman again. Perfect.
In the ice. Finger in the ice, mate. One over.
White ball.
Starting the 11th over with a wide ball there from Lance. That wind, as the players have changed ends, was going left to right of your screen. Now it's coming from where Lance is, straight into the face here of us in the camera. So he's going to get a few extra Ks here on his deliveries. It's going to be hard hitting into the wind here for the Connelly CC boys, but their running between the wickets has been exemplary so far. Let's see if they can keep
That's
that
100
up for this next back 10. So that's 100 up for the Connelly boys in 10.1 overs. They'll be really happy with that. We've seen 160 be around that par score the last couple of days. A score of 200 here yesterday afternoon by the fine legs. Connelly looking like they're going to repeat that. Played nicely off the legs there by James Chauffeur, just down the ground for a single. So this is a time here where these boys just need to get themselves in. Obviously 6 from 6 and 9 from 6. Still really new here at the crease. Plenty of time to go big when they're ready for it. Lance has chased that one out wide, given a half-hearted appeal towards the umpire. Umpire Duraj out there says not out. Very good call there by the umpire. Didn't really trouble him, they didn't really appeal, but answering the question anyway. Lance coming in to bowl this next ball. Played off the legs there to the offside. Man coming in.
One to come.
One to come here in this 11th over, 1 for 13. Lance's figure so far. Probably been the pick of the bowlers, obviously taking that wicket, coming in for his last delivery. Bit short, pulled away into the leg side there by James Chauffeur. The boys are going to turn for a quick 2. They're going to get there comfortably, to be honest. Really good running between the wickets here by the Connelly boys. Clear intent in their running.
It's 104 after 11. Quick ones better.
Oh, that's about time wasted.
So Sandro Santo coming in for his second over here from the top end. Nice and straight and at the stumps. Played defensively by James Green. Not much he could do with that. He'd have to make his own power, but was not comfortable taking on the gentle seam up bowling from Sandro Santo here. James faces up for the second delivery of this over. Sandro comes in, delivers it nicely, straighten out those stumps there again. Cut away gently, finally as well. The man's going to come around. Jamie Braithwaite's going to field that one. The boy's going to scamper through for a single there. So Sandro coming in for the third delivery of this 12th over. Up, moving his feet there. Played that one nicely onto the leg side. That one's going a long way. 6 runs there for James Chauffeur. Picking that one nicely through the air. Moving his feet comfortably. Looking very comfortable here, the Connelly CC boys. 1 for 111. Waiting for that ball to be found. That one went a long way, even into the breeze. James still sending that one a very long way.
That's only 4, sir. Roll across the boundary.
Interesting.
The other field.
I'm short. I could only see it go directly over.
So Sandro asking the important question. That one's actually rolled across the boundary on field 2 here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club. Asking if that means that should be a 4. Umpire giving a very quick reply of, I only seen it go flying over our boundary there. This is what LMS is all about. Some friendly banter between players and umpires. Awesome thing to be a part of. Spewing that I'm not able to be there in the middle this year, but next year, calling it 2026, the return of Nathan Bennett back to umpiring at LMS Australia Champs, brought to you by Wires. Nice delivery there by Sandro on the offside there, cut away nicely. Samuel Matthews has got to try get around to that sliding, gets it, recovers it nicely, but the boy's going to get back through for a couple runs there as well.
Last ball.
1 ball left in this 12th over. Apart from the 6, this has been really, really tight and really, really nice from Sandro. Typical stuff for the big man. Coming in to bowl the last delivery of this 12th over now. Sandro delivers it a little bit shorter at the stumps. On the back foot, up in the air. One bounce to Lance on the rope. They're going to get through for a single. An aggressive shot, doesn't quite make it, but James is still at the crease, 17 off 10. 1 for 114 after 12 overs. Connelly boys here going at a very rapid rate of 9.5 and over. That's going to give them, that's going to keep them in good stead if they can keep that up for the rest of the innings. Projected score of 190 here at Sam Loxton Oval. Beautiful Runaway Bay Cricket Club here on the Gold Coast for our last man stands Wires Australia Champs.
Is it Josh?
Wise, move your money where it matters.
Thank you.
Left arm.
All a change coming left arm over the wicket.
So Yappy coming in to bowl his second and hopefully third and fourth overs here from the top end, left arm over the wicket. Good length there, cut away nicely by James Chauffeur. The man coming around to field that just to keep them to a single there. Excellent bowling, excellent play, excellent placement of the shot. Even better placement of the fielder because he's taken a few steps to his left and fielded that one there, throwing that one back into our bowler Yappy. So Yappy coming in to bowl the second ball of this over. A little bit shorter, but targeting those stumps. An appeal from Lance Newman, not out, says our umpire.
18. 11.
Nice, handy dot there from Yappy. A reminder what these two teams are playing for. Winner goes through to the round of 16 to play the Western Swings tomorrow morning as Yappy comes in. A bit shorter there. Cut away very finely there. Not sure if the keeper got a glove on that or not. Jamie Braithwaite coming around to field it. Boys are going to run nicely between the wickets, come back 4-2. I think they've realised that Jamie doesn't really have an arm from the deep. So the winner of this match will have a matchup against the Western Swingers tomorrow in the round of 16. Western Swingers with a dominant win this morning in their round of 32 clash and have looked really, really good this weekend. Obviously our reigning Australia champs here, and went a very long way at the Worlds a couple of weeks ago, almost a month ago over in Manchester. Down the leg side there, pulled away nicely by James Green. A few bounces though, the field's going to get around there, he's going to fumble it. The boy's going to come back through for 2, taking advantage of the sloppy fielding from the Bucheurs boys.
Last ball.
Loser of this match here will get a 20-minute break. Have to pack their bags, go for a walk over to field number 2 here, another turf wicket, another beautiful wicket here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club. They're going to have a match-up against the 3 short or the high flyers, depending on who loses that match at the moment. I'll keep you updated with that one as we go along. Played in the air, aggressively down the ground. The men aren't going to get there. That's going to roll away for 4. No, Lance gets there on the bounce, saving it from a sure boundary. The boys are just going to get back through for 2. 1 for 121 after 13. So around the ground in our cup, last few matches of the round of 32. The high flyers against 3 short CC. High flyers batting first. 4 for 92 after 15.4. Tradies you can't trust against the Band of Brothers. 1 for 174 after 15.1. Tradies you can't trust trying to put on a big score there over on the synthetic. Band of Brothers who yet to bat, but the Band of Brothers can bat. Hopefully they can tighten up their bowling there, otherwise they'll be chasing a mammoth total. Last game in our cup round that I haven't mentioned yet, the Bomb Squad versus the Old Fools. Bomb Squad batting first, 6 wickets, but in losing those 6 wickets in their 20 overs, they put on 224 runs. Old Fools, let's see what they can do. I'll keep you updated. Sandro Santo coming in for his 3rd over there. Cut away nicely by James Chauffeur. Samuel Matthews going to come around and get that, but the boys going to get back through for 2. What I've noticed here from the Connelly boys here is when they're going for those boundaries, they're punching it hard, making it really difficult for the Bucheurs boys to get it. Some of these finer shots they're playing with a little bit less power, taking a little bit longer to get to the rope. A massive field here at Sam Loxton Oval. But they're getting back through for these 2s very, very comfortably. Having a look at those last 10 balls there. 16211.2222. Cut away again nicely, but this time the man's coming a bit closer. They're just going to get through for a single. So some aggressive shots there. Obviously the 6 was an excellent shot we've seen over Cow Corner that took a bit of fetching. But the 2s and 1s are really what's got Connelly in the position where they are now at 1 for 124 after 13.2. The Bucheurs going to have to tighten this up. Going to take some quick wickets here. Get him back into the game. Play it off the legs there. Not very well, but play it anyway. James Green going to run through for a single as our keeper, Matty Caruso, now comes around to fields that one. Played nicely off the legs there by James Chauffeur. The man Yappy's going to come around and field that, but they're going to get back through for 2. The long boundaries here. It's a long way to throw that ball back in.
Last ball.
I tell you what, looking at the live scores here from around the grounds here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club, this is something I've not seen. Both of our Shield round of 16 matches, so the Adelaide All-Stars against the Tongan Tocos and New Neighbours against Here for the Beers, both scores 3 for 161.
Let it go.
Both matches, 17.1 overs bowled in that first innings there. That's really impressive to see. Some big scores all around the grounds here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club. Some awesome places
14
to
gone,
play cricket.
129.
But here on the main field, 14 gone, 1 for 129.
14 overs. Sorry, batsman. Try not to walk on the pitch. But like you can.
So 6 overs left in this first innings of this match between Connelly CC, our 14th seed, and the Bucheurs SC, our 22nd seed. So both these teams winning matches over the weekend. Connelly winning both their matches. Nice close games though, winning by 20 on day 1, 22 on day 2. The Bucheurs boys having a tight loss and a tight win as well. So both of these two teams like to keep it close. That will be nice to see. Yappy coming in, bowling full on at the stumps, but played away nicely by James Green. Just going to roll through for a single there.
It was the hair, of course. I've only bowled this 3 overs from this side, mate. Sorry. You're right.
So Josh Graham coming in to bowl the next delivery of this over. Shorter, cut away nicely by James Chauffeur. Just going to roll through for a single. They've got a man in the deep there, Jamie Braithwaite, underarming that ball back in.
Good shot though.
100 metres either side of me. No, you've got it well placed. I didn't put him there, I just bowled the ball. I did. Well, try anyway.
Coming in for this next delivery here, Josh Yappy Graham. Falling at the stumps there, played onto the leg side. The man Sandro is going to get around there, getting that knee down to the ground. Textbook fielding here by Sandro. He's been practicing that, I'm definitely sure. One bounce into our keeper here. The boys are going to come through for another single. So just a single each ball in this over. I tell you what, 2 more singles in this over, or dots even, or wickets, would be a really good result here for the Bucheurs. Nice and full in at the stumps, played down the ground. I'm not sure if the man's going to get there. Really excellent fielding in the deep there by Daniel Lake. The boys are going to turn for 2. An excellent throw in though from Lakey. Yappy's left it. Keeper's going to grab it and throw it back to him anyway.
Last ball.
So 2 there. A single here would be really nice for the Bucheurs, getting through an over with only 5 from it so far. Don't want to put the commentator's curse on them, but are they starting to twist the game in their favour, slowing down this run rate ever so slightly? Shorter and wide ball there, so there's a 6 run for the over, and he's going to come through and bowl that one again. Very good keeping there from Matty Carloso though. Good dive to his right. Definitely knows he's on camera. I think he's going to go back later and clip that up. We'll have to wait and see. Not a very convincing shot there from James. Gets away with a dot ball, so 6 from it. None for 20 after 3 overs for Yappy. Economy rate of 6.67. Not bowling too badly here, so there's our scorecard there for Connelly CC. Andrew Michaels with a very nice 52 off 26 earlier. James Barakis looking really comfortable for his 33 off 20 before he holed out to Josh Graham off the bowling of Lance Newman. And James Chauffeur and James Green here. The Jameses going at 29 off 19 and 20 off 17 respectively. Both going at a decent strike rate here. Chauffeur's strike rate of 152. Green's strike rate of 117 at the moment. Run rate sitting at 9 and over. Projected total of 180 here for the Connelly boys. I definitely think though, the way these boys have been going, 5 overs left to go, 180 is definitely achievable. I think though they might be pushing towards 190, 195. I think they'll be happy with that. Sandro coming in, giving them time to come around. They've played that one to the leg side there.
He moved a lot across and it, not a wide. No, I think it went right next to over the stump, but it wasn't that far. No, it wasn't a wide. Sorry, boys.
explaining his decision there to the batsman. Sandro coming in for his second delivery. They've come across nicely. Hit him on the legs.
Not
I'm
out.
not sure why we're
Way
appealing.
outside off.
Um,
That could have been a wide if he left it.
You know, if we're throwing the rule book at him, excessive appealing is definitely coming into play here from the keeper. Trying to put our umpire off maybe, but our umpire, seasoned veteran here, Raj, he's not going to be put off by stuff like that. Some little shenanigans and antics. Bit of fun out here at Runaway Bay Cricket Club for our last man stands. Wise Australia champs. Sandro coming in for his third delivery. Down the leg side there, played in the air, but the no fielder's going to get around to that. That's going to bounce a few times, but it's going to plug. Manland Human's going to come in, but the boy's going to get back for a very comfortable 2. So a shot in the air, but obviously last man stands cricket. You've only got 6 fielders outside your keeper and your bowler. Definitely plenty of gaps along the ground. Obviously even more in the air if we're looking in 3D spaces. Calculated shot there from James. Sandro coming in for the 4th ball of this 16th over. Played onto the leg side again. Clear intent. 1 bounce. Yappy's going to field it. Throw that straight in. They're just going to get through for a single.
Last ball.
Clear intent from the Bucheurs boys. Sandro letting the umpire know anything that hits anyone's leg, he's going to appeal for it.
BJ, go around.
Changing a field for 1 ball. Looks like he's got a plan here. This has been where all of these shots have been going over to that leg side there. So BJ's moved around to a backwards square. Yappy's happy staying in his position in cow corner there. Nice and full, cut into the offside there. Sam Matthews is going to have to come in around about 20 metres in and off the rope, about 10 to field that ball. He's covered that ground excellently. Throw coming into the keeper. The boys are just going to get through for a single.
That is over.
That's going to finish our 16th over.
140 after 16. To come.
So 4 overs to come in this fixture. Samla Matthews,
Again, is it?
they've given him the ball back. His
coming
first
right over
over, 19 from it. Very expensive. Not sure if you remember that first ball, a no ball of the pitch that the boys scampered through for 3 more. Samla, much better bowler than what those figures suggest. I'll give you Samla's stats in a second, actually.
Let's play.
So it's been a while since Samla's played some last man stands cricket, to my knowledge. 140 games of last man stands cricket himself, and a lot of other cricket as well. That one's got up in the air. The boys are trying to chase it, but neither of them are going to get there. That's going to fall in the hole. All 3 of them actually coming together. Maybe they'll have a bit of a hug while they here try to field it up. Boys going to scamper through for a couple. Just a single taken by James Green from that one. So Semler Matthews, as I said, played 140 matches of last man stands cricket. 97 wickets at an average of 23.48. His economy rate usually sits around 6.01. Best figures of 3 for 3, but he's got 8 3-wicket hauls there. So a very handy bowler when he hits his marks. And the boys from Beaudesert, the Bucheurs, will really be hoping that he can find his mark in
no
this
speaking
over.
while the bowler's running up.
Samler coming in to bowl this next delivery, full and at the legs there, going to be flicked away nicely. That one's rolling away down to us here. Boys going to get back for a couple because the man Lance is going to come a long way around. Looks like it's going to plug just before the rope. It has pulled up. The Connelly boys, they're just going to keep running. Doing it the hard way, 4-leg buys, very long boundaries here on Sam Loxton Oval. Beautiful place to play cricket, beautiful place to watch cricket. I'm sure though, all of you watching around the world, sitting comfortable wherever you are, I'm sure you're loving the coverage here from the Runaway Bay Coast on the Golden Coast. Here in Queensland, Australia for our LMS Wise Australia champs. A nice dot ball there from Semler to follow up. Just picking up ever so slightly here. Semler coming in to bowl the 4th ball of this over. Played down the ground in the air. The man Bradley's got a lot of ground to cover to cut that one off. He's got to get there though. No, he's not. 4 runs to the total. A nice lofted drive in the air from James Schofer. Finds the boundary. Takes his total to 35. 149 the team total. Pressure building on the Bucheurs here. Connelly on top. coming in for what is hopefully his last delivery. Nicely driven down the ground by James Schofer. The boys are going to turn for 2. Daniel Lake and Bradley Smith coming together. Oh, some fancy work there from Bradley. I think those two have practiced that.
That is
They're
over.
doing a lot of chasing of the ball here, these two. The Bucheurs boys have been doing a lot of running around in the field. Equally, the Connelly boys between the wickets have been running excellently, getting a total of 1 for 157 after 17 overs. At this rate, 178 is their projected score. They go at 10 and over for these last couple of overs. 181 is probably more likely unless the Bucheurs can get a bit more pressure on them.
Thank you. Right arm over, is it again? Perfect. Bowler change, coming right arm over the wicket.
So Jamie Braithwaite coming in for his 4th and final over of his account for today. 9 for 17 from 3. The pick of the bowler so far with the lowest economy rate. I think Jamie wants to add a wicket to his total. Coming in nicely, bowling that one there. Cut away on to the offside. Men are going to come around. They've got a bit of work to cover. He's not going to get there. That's 4 runs. Very nicely guided by James Green down to the boundary here in front of us. Connelly boys building. That chat that we've heard from the Bucheurs boys in the last couple of overs seems to be dropping off slightly. Heads seem to be dropping. Jamie needs to make a wicket here for the boys. Get him back up and about, give him some chance, give him some hope going into the next innings. Played off the legs nicely there. Yappy's going to come across and field that on a couple of bounces. Boys looked at the 2, but that ball is already on its way in. They're going to settle for the 1. Good fielding by Yappy. Is that the catalyst that the Bucheurs boys need to get some intensity back into the field? Jamie coming in to bowl the next delivery of this over. Full and straight. Hit him on the hip. Keepers asked the question. Umpires quickly said not out. Late in the innings here though, a dot ball very handy for the Bucheurs boys. 1 for 156 that score is sitting at, with only 12 deliveries left in the account. Played down the ground, a lofted drive. Semler Matthews is going to come in off the fence. Boys are going to get for 2 though because he's not running in hard enough. Really good running between the wickets here by the Connelly boys. They are taking every 2 that is on offer. Some of these teams that we've seen over the weekend would take a single off that one, just jog it through. Clear intent from the Connelly boys here with a big ground like this one here at Sam Loxton Oval. No 1s, we went a lot of 2s, some 3s, and like I said earlier, in the last 10 balls running that 4-leg buys, these 2 have got the fitness to do it. Played in the air, that one's gone a long way up. Daniel Lake looks like he's trying to track it. Yappy has a crack, misses it. Boys going to get back through for 2. The boys did well there to get anywhere near it. That one was in the air for a long time, and with that wind swirling it around, would not have been an easy catch. But a chance goes becking for the Bucheurs boys. 1 for 160 after 18 overs. Having a look at that bowling card there. Just the 1 wicket for the boys so far, coming from Lance Newman. All bowlers going at a similar economy rate here. So the Connelly boys haven't really targeted a single bowler, just taking what's on offer, taking the boundaries where they are, and getting 2s where possible. Semler Matthews coming in for his 3rd over, bowling nice and straight at those stumps there. Played away nicely by James Green, looking very comfortable at the fuller ball and the faster ball. Boys are going to come back through for 2. Looking towards the clubhouse here, we've got what I'd call the godfather of the Bucheurs. The man who came up with the team, started the team, came up with the name, Matt Turnbull. He's tournament director here this weekend for our LMS Wise Australia Champs. Watching on, love to get his thoughts and see what he thinks. I'll definitely have a chat with him in the halfway point here, see what he thinks. Samler coming in for the next ball here, played in the air. That one is up, and that's going a long way. 6 runs towards the clubhouse, played nicely off the legs by James Green. Boys are being too strong. Oh, swing and a miss there for James, trying to flick that one off the legs. A handy dot ball, a good recovery ball there from Semler. Not taken cleanly by the keeper, but he didn't fumble it enough for the boys to come through for a single. Another dot ball there to finish off the over. One more left in the over, sorry. My math skills aren't too great here on day 3 here of the Last Man Stands Wise. Australia champs here from the Gold Coast. Good thing our umpire's out there. He's on the money. 2.4 overs bowled by Samuel Matthews. Last ball falling at the stumps there. Played off the legs nicely. Man aren't going to get there. That's going to roll away for 4 more. Some sloppy fielding by the Bucheurs here.
That is over.
1 for 172 after 19. 1 over to go. Who are they going to turn to? Around the ground in the last games of our Cup fixture. So the Bomb Squad are finishing up on 224. The Old Fools 1 for 32 in reply after just 5 overs. Still plenty of time in that game there for the Old Fools to mount a comeback. Come on, the Old Fools, I'm rooting for you. Tradies you can't trust from their 20 overs. 2 wickets for the runs. Tally of 242. Geez, that's going to take some chasing by the Band of Brothers, but I reckon they're up for it. High flyers versus 3 short. CCC, 20 overs, 6 for 111. 3 short, we'll probably want to wrap that one up quickly. Played nicely onto the leg side, a bit shorter from Yappy. Boys are going to come back through for 2. Samler's going to get that ball in. They're going to come back for 1. And we're going to get a run out there. Some sloppy running between the wickets by James and James. Greeny's going to go. 2 for 173.
That's my name.
So new batsman in for the Connelly CC boys with only 4 balls remaining in this innings. Teddy Dodd, I told you guys earlier, played really, really well in their Game 1 win against here for the Bears. Didn't make a 50, but made 44 not out of 16 deliveries. So that is an impressive strike rate here. Teddy's bringing that form into this game. He'll want to use a couple of balls. Might be a few singles here, a few doubles here just to get his eye in. Probably going to try and mount in for a big home run, putting it up into the wind and seeing how far that can go here for the Connelly boys. 4 balls left in this account for them. 2 for 173. In our Shield round of 16 matches, the Adelaide All-Stars finishing their account on 187 in reply. The Tongan Tokos, none for 5 after 1.2. Yappy coming in to deliver this ball down the leg side there. It's hit in the pad though, so they're not going to have to re-bowl that one. That looks like it's going to roll away. Sandro coming around in front of me here to field it. The boy's going to get back through for 3, possibly 4. Good arm there, Sandro. Give us a wave, mate. Sandro business as usual. Business as usual here for Sandro. So off the legs, 3-leg buys. The boy's going to get there through. Not sure if Teddy picked it off the wicket there, but James has got 3 balls maximum here. See if he can get towards his 50. Played in the air. That one's gone a long way, even into the breeze. It does not matter. 6 runs for James Chauffeur. Taking his total to 48, 2 away from his 50. Would it be a tactical play here, just to block this one out? Go big, take a nice 60 off 31, sending that last one for a home run. Let's see what James can do, but also he's limited by what Yappy's going to give him. Not too bad here, none for 27 off 3.3. A few loose balls which have cost him, but outside of that, very economical from Josh Graham today.
Same if I bowl the 13th over. I don't know what I'm even putting down there.
Bit of chat here between Teddy and Yappy. I think all we need Yappy to do is just bowl this ball, mate. You've got 2 left to go. He's going to run in from the top of his mark. Delivers it at the stumps there, and he's gone through him, but missed those stumps. Missed the keeper as well. Boy's going to scamper back through. And James wants it back. Didn't get him off the bat. He really wants his 50.
And that is 50. I'll just grab a quick photo of you.
Did come off the bat. My apologies. James getting through for 3. 51 off 30 deliveries, well batted James. Another 50 for your account here at the Last Man Stands
That's
Wise
ball.
Australia Champs. So far, been a successful campaign for him. 2 nice photos,
Yep, that's
2
ball.
nice 50s travelling up from Sydney. Thank you very much for coming up, the Connelly boys. So 1 ball left, 2 for 185. Home run in play. Last ball can go for 12. Geez, Teddy would be pretty proud of himself here if he can get a total of 12 off 2, hitting this one, sending it up there. Yappy standing at the top of his mark. He's getting clapped in from somewhere around the grounds here. Delivers. Teddy all he can do is drive that, but the boys look like they're going to get back for 2, possibly 3, because the man's going to go chase that one. Will it make its way to the boundary? Kicks it across. 4 runs to finish it off. 2 for 189. Setting the Bucheurs a target of 190. Geez, that'll take some chasing here, but there's some power in this Bucheurs lineup I'll tell you a little bit more about later. But for now, we're going to have a quick break here. Change teams. The Connelly boys going to warm up, get ready to bowl. Bucheurs boys going to pad up to try chase down this total target of 190.
G'day folks, it's Bucko back in the comms. Nathan's just gone on his little scooter to get a couple of things done. And yes, Connelly 189. Very good batting there, and it's going to be a big task for the Bucheurs S.C. So we'll see what happens in the next 20 overs. There's been some really good games all around the park today. All 6 fields being gangbusters. There's some couple of little upsets. 3 short didn't fail. They failed to win their cup game this morning. Plus the Pink Flamingos, they were beaten as well. So I thought those two might have got through the round of 32. But needless to say, they didn't. So we're coming out here for the second half of the 3rd game today. And we're just looking on a few of the other scores. They were given a few updates. Adelaide All-Stars have come back after getting beaten earlier this morning. They got rolled for 67 in their cup game. They're playing the Tongan Tokos at the moment. They got 187. Tongan Tokos in trouble, 3 for 14 after 4. And New Neighbours, they were beaten this morning as well. So New Neighbours were beaten this morning in the first game of the cup, and they got 183. And Here for the Beers are 1 for 18 chasing. High Flyers and 3 short with the LMS Champs plate, or shield now I should say, shield. So High Flyers got 111, 3 short, 2 for 22 chasing. And yeah, so we're going to get started. Bomb Squad got 224, and Old Fools 3 for 66, 3 for 63 chasing. So they're in a little bit of trouble there. And yeah, so everything's going on nicely, and we're just about to start in approximately a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just we've lost everything now.
Teddy? Yep, perfect.
Can you hear me? Yep.
And right arm. New bowler coming, right arm over the wicket.
Back here about to start the second innings. Bucheurs SC
A little
in
towards
chase
you, a
of
little.
190 for a
That's
place
little leg.
in the round of 16. A reminder what's at stake for these two teams. Winner has a matchup against the Western Swingers tomorrow morning in the round of 16. Western Swingers, who look like they've been on fire this week so far. 3 from 3 they've gone. Very comfortable in all their games. The loser got a matchup against either High Flyers or 3 short CCC later on this afternoon. At the moment, that game, so High Flyers batted first, 111 runs from their 20 overs. In reply, 3 short CC, 2 wickets down, but crucial 35 runs after 3.4 overs. I'll keep you updated on that one so we find out who is playing who. Always a fun time of the tournament, the knockouts, where we've got a few different cups going on. So we've got the cup, the shield and the plate. So all these teams,
White
all
ball.
games going on everywhere. Starting off the account, Andrew Michaels with a wide ball. So now that new target, 189 off 100 balls. We'll take some chasing, but some of these boys from the Bucheurs can definitely go quick enough to get there. Some good scores between them. I'll give you some of them later on. Andrew coming in for the second delivery.
Wide.
Nice and wide again. So 3 runs for free. 4 runs off the first ball without having to touch it. Lance Newman, 4 from 1. He'd be pretty happy. 4 from 2, sorry. coming in to bowl the second ball of this over. Straighten at the stumps, played nicely into the leg side there by Lance. Lance curries through quickly, going back for a
Wait
2.
there, boundary 4.
Boys aren't going to cut that one off. 4 runs there. So great start here from the Bucheurs SC. Definitely some intent here for them to try chase this down. They're confident. During the break, when I went over towards the clubhouse, had a quick chat with Matty Turble, so the man behind the Bucheurs, starting the team all those years ago. Bucheurs, it's French for slogger. He thinks the boys can do it. We'll have to see what they can provide. Nice and falling at the stumps there. Tried to play that one onto the leg side there. Gets an inside edge. Just going to roll away for a dot. A lot in one ball with not much happening. 2 balls left in this first over. Not a bad recovery from Andrew. Obviously the first 2 balls going wide and then a 4, but a dot. Dot is definitely handy. The dots are going to kill the Bucheurs here if they are not to be successful. Straight at the stumps there, cut finally by Lance down to the man on the boundary. Just going to come through for a single. 9 from the first over though. They'd be happy with this so far. Let's see if Andrew gives them a good ball that they're going to have to just keep out, or they're going to give them a loose one. Get off to a nice start. Daniel Lake there asking for centre from our umpire.
That's middle. You got 1 to come.
As I've told you guys before, in the first 2 games of the Bucheurs SC, our 22nd seed coming into this match, 1 win, 1 loss. Both matches, Daniel Lake 51 not out. The first day he got it off 33 balls. The second day he got it off 30. So definitely a man that's in form. And if the Bucheurs are to be successful here, you'd think that Danny has to get through and get a 50 here. Last ball of this first over. Andrew coming in wide, cutting that one away finally. Just going to scamper through for a single. 9 for 10 after the first over. Good start here by the Bucheurs.
That is over.
For the back 20, I'm joined by a man here who's watched plenty of cricket in his time. Played plenty of cricket for the team. I'm sure you all know the Argy Bargies. I think he's even umpired a few games. I'm joined by Bucko. Bucko, how you going, mate?
Good, mate. Yeah, definitely. I've umpired. I had a talk to Pete George about this earlier. I've only probably umpired about 200.
What is his name?
Not even. But I was saying that with my brother.
And are you right now?
He's
Okay.
Big Phil Sexy. He's umpired 1,600 games back in Sydney, so he's got a few more on me. He umpired his 1,000th, and I umpired my first on the same day. So
Ball a change
going
coming
back
right
a few
around the
years,
wicket.
but,
Big day for LMS that day. Well, look, between you, mate, if you've umpired, let's cut it even, 200.
Yep.
And I know he's umpired more than 1,600. 1,800 games between the 2 of you. Geez, that's a lot of games of cricket.
Yeah, a lot of games of cricket. Played 450 games, roughly just under 450 games, or just on 400 games, sorry. 450 for the Argies as a team, and I've played 400 myself.
The heart and soul of the Argies. Awesome to have you here, mate. And Argies got a game tomorrow, I believe. Another game
got
tomorrow.
A game tomorrow. And then we've got a couple of friendlies on Sunday in the early morning. Oh, but he's safely home. Yappy at square there.
Yappy's satisfied that either that he made it back in,
there.
or that he doesn't want to bat just yet.
Yeah.
Yappy very comfortable there. Looks like a tree stump there, nice and still. Oh, we've got a bit of movement from him actually. Now he's shadow batting here at square leg. You guys can't see it. Guest telling us what should have happened to that ball there. A nice shorter one there. He thinks should have been pulled away. So John coming in for the third delivery here from the top, and full and straight at those stumps is the name of the game here for the Connelly boys. Whipped off the legs. Man's going to come in off the fence, underarm it back. They're just going to get through for a single here. So your thoughts? Obviously, you've played a lot of cricket, and you've been seeing this pitch today. Do you give him any chance?
Mate, I saw, I was in the comms for the first 2 games, and it's worked out well for the team batting first. They got a good run chase, but in the second, a good run lead, I should say, and then in the second game they chased it down. They chased it down and chased it down in the last over, really. So it's been good. Like 160 is still a great score, but it's going to take a great effort to get to
190, which 190 the need here.
So it's first game the team got 124 and it was chased down in 15 overs. Just over.
Not a close one there between the second 11 and the...
they did really well.
And the new neighbours that was against.
New neighbours' first attempt at Nationals. So,
good
effort to get to the Cup.
Oh, definitely a fantastic effort by new neighbours.
Stages.
And having a look at the scores now, they put on a nice big score against Heath and the Beers down in the Shield round of 16, put on 183 on them. So the new neighbours bounced back nicely. But look, it's not over yet. None for 16 off 2, going at 8 and over. Obviously, they need to go just a fraction higher than that.
Yep.
But as we've just seen here, you know, we had the first over go for 10, the second go for 6. So it is about taking those opportunities where they are.
Oh, great ball there.
Great ball there from Andrew, recovering from his none for 10 off the first over, starting with a dot. Probably would have hit about a 5th or 6th stump had they been there on the leg side there, but he's only got 3 to aim at.
Behind us, we've got the pink...
the pink flamingos and the buddies Jargems.
They're taken off.
Big swing at that one there.
Going down the road to load up on protein bars and everything like that.
Protein bars,
they've
definitely.
got to come back and play in an hour's time.
Yeah, boys getting ready. Probably going to do a warm-up as well, I reckon.
Yep.
Some few stretches, a few throwdowns.
Yeah,
get the boys ready
get
for
in the
another big
nets.
game. Get in the nets,
Get
yeah.
in the nets.
Look, they're going the wrong way if they're trying to get into the nets, but I'm sure they'll make their way around sure enough.
Yeah.
Andrew coming in, bowling full and straight at the stumps there. Played away on the leg side by Lance Newman. Going to go for 1. Have a look. Boys look at each other. Not much talk between the two, it sounds like, but they're just going to settle for the single here, not taking any mistake, not taking any risks early on in the picture.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. There we go. I can hear you a bit better.
You can hear me a bit better now.
Yeah. So, thought I was talking to nobody.
Thought you were talking to me.
Even though you're next to me and I can hear.
Done that before, Bucko?
Oh, mate, I've talked to myself plenty of times.
Boundary 4.
4 runs there.
Very nice shot down the ground there by Daniel Lake. 4 more to the account for the Bucheurs. Good start for the Bucheurs. None for 21 off 2.4. They're hanging in there, the Bucheurs.
They certainly are. The Bucheurs, they've brought down 2 teams this year.
2 teams for the Bucheurs.
So it's been good, and I know the boys. I was lucky enough to fill in for one of their games. They were short one player that had work commitments, and Matty Turnbull, I probably pushed the button, but he gladly offered it to me. So.
Down the leg side there, that's going to be some handy runs there because they're going to take a couple from it. Definitely going to scamper through there for the 2. So 3 extra runs there for the picture. None for 24 with 1 to come still in this over. This is looking really promising early on for the Bucheurs. And neither of these boys have had to make a risk to get here. So obviously both men got a 4 each to their account. 11 off 9 for Lance and 13 off 7 for Daniel Lake. But it's all been along the ground.
Yeah.
All been safe. Last ball over here, Andrew coming in from the top, a bit shorter.
That's a lot better.
Lakey's had a swing at that. Lakey's not connected. Dot ball, great. Finish from the over there from Andrew. Number 24 after 3. Going at a run rate of 8. They need 9.76. 166 required from 85 balls.
Yeah, so when I was able to play for the Bucheurs, so I met the boys originally first down in 2022.
Yep.
When the Wollongong
2022 down in Wollongong.
Yep.
National champs to remember from all the stories I've heard.
Yep. It was a good wet weather week, that one.
Good wet weather week.
But it's still fun times for the boys, for the teams that did get able to travel. And we've still got some games in, you know what I mean? Like, it was all friendlies because obviously we couldn't fulfil the proper format, but it was a good time by all who did manage to get down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, personally, from my point of view, I think, maybe management needed to head down to Rebel Sports, down to the local Kmart or Big W, get some of those plastic sets out, and just make your own fun, I guess. Geez, I'd love to see some of the boys here. We've seen some massive 6s here on the main broadcast here at Sam Loxton Oval. Wonder if they could do it with the plastic sets. Yeah. John coming in from the top end there, bowling full and straight at those stumps. A very good Yorker length. All Daniel Lake can do is get some bat on it to keep himself out there. Nice delivery, nice dot ball.
A lot of wind around, so there's going to be a swing and a miss there. A lot of wind there for the batsman.
Very, very windy indeed. And look, to be honest, that wind is blowing right from the top of your screen down to the bottom, so hitting us directly in the face here in the comms box. So John's bowling with the wind, giving him a few extra Ks. Might be a good play from the Bucheurs here, just to get their eyes in, get through these first 10, getting as many runs as they can, and hopefully that wind doesn't change, because then they'll be hitting with it.
Yeah. Well, we noticed that especially in the second game. the first innings they batted from the same end and stuff like that, and they only got 60
Yeah,
off
that
the
was
first
bad.
10.
Yeah, don't worry, it's not going to go
So
on.
they threw the first 10 into the wind, yeah.
And then obviously when they were batting with the wind in the second, they got up, they were able to get to 148. So it was like a really, really great effort.
Played nicely straight back down the ground there. Bowler tries to get his foot there, misses it. Boy's going to scamper through for 2. That is a very good shot. Nice drive down the ground there. 2 extra runs to the tally. None for 28 after 4 overs, a run rate of 7. That required run rate now is over 10. 10.13. It's sitting at 162 required from 80 balls. Only just over 10 though. 1 shot and that's back under 10. This is probably a good start for the Bucheurs. No wickets down. Couple of runs on the board here. Getting themselves in, giving themselves a chance to have a big crack in that back 10.
And in the background, folks, you can hear the umpire talking to the players as well. So we've got that going through the stream. So we'll keep that running as much as we can. And it's a good little insight of the communication between the players
right arm around to you.
The bowler as
And
well.
right arm over to the right.
Especially when there's an appeal coming through, we can definitely hear, we'll find out what's happened.
I think it's really good having our umpires mic'd up here on the mainstream. Excellent shot by Daniel Lake onto the leg side, down to cow corner. 3 bounces, then it's going to roll all the way for 4. Excellent shot. Mistake here early from Henry Naylor. Capitalised on by Daniel Lake.
Good start.
And that's all they need to do. Push the 1s and 2s. Take the wides on offer, take the leg byes. Every run that they can squeeze out of this, they can. And a loose ball like that's going to get punished. Full again, he's gone the exact same way, but the man's come around to this one. A few bounces, knee down onto the turf. They're going to roll through for a single. I reckon Henry got away with that one.
Yep. That could have been more disastrous. I think what saved him is the wind.
Yep.
Hitting into the wind's going to be a little bit difficult trying to get the 6s down this, batting from this end.
Straight through him. Henry Naylor striking with the 3rd ball of his over. Lance Newman, he's got to go.
There you go, first wicket of the day. Henry's got it. We've been put away for a 4. We covered with a nice little 1, and then now he's got a wicket under his belt. We've got Josh Yappy coming in.
Josh Yappy Graham coming off 50 not out off 23 balls yesterday. So bringing in an informed batsman, it looks like. Obviously, his batting partner who's still out there, Daniel Lake, who we just seen hit a very nice 4. Scores of 51 not out on both days. Day 1 getting it off 33 balls. Day 2 getting it off 30 balls. So don't count the Bucheurs out yet. They've got plenty of fire in this batting lineup, and the man coming into square leg, who would be the next man in, also making some runs over the last couple of days. They really need them from these boys, though. The top order really needs to fire.
Oh, they definitely do, let alone trying to get their 50, but they've got to get it quick smart. They've got to get it within 25 to 30 balls to give it a good chance of winning, especially because
2 balls to come.
The wind's picked up now as well at the moment, so if they can get to 70-80 runs by the end of 10, it's going to be a massive great chase coming with the wind behind their backs, and especially if they've got batsmen in the sheds. And that's a good start for Yap to get off the mark. He's cut it away, and it's 4 runs. Great start.
That's knowing Yappy personally, watching him play a lot of times, umpiring him, playing against him, playing with him. Geez, that's his bread and butter there, that cut shot there. The Connelly CC boys will want to pick on that quickly, because if they keep bowling that line, he's going to keep cutting, and he's going to make that score go up pretty quickly. So 1 ball left in this Henry Naylor over, the 1 wicket from it, but 9 runs as well. Straight at the stumps there, played in to the onside there by Yappy, almost taken out a Magpie in the process. Magpie's not going to be happy with that.
Look out who he goes after next.
I think he's got his eye on everyone out there. The Magpies here down by us. Pretty vicious when they're angry with you. But, you know, talking to a few of the Runaway Bay boys who play here week in, week out, some of them have become friends with the Magpies, apparently. Not sure how you do that, but might have to take some advice from them.
Well, the rumour goes around, Runaway Bay boys, when they're fielding, they don't get attacked. They just attack the enemy.
Well, the Runaway Bay colours that they usually play in when they get their coloured kits on is orange. Maybe that'll play into the hands of the Bucheurs boys here with a nice, beautiful orange and black kit that you can see nicely on the stream here. Pretty good fan of the Connelly kit too, though. I love the green and yellow. As Andrew comes in to bowl his 3rd over. Full and straight at the stumps there, driven by Yappy Graham just for a single there. So right now, the Bucheurs boys are going at just over 7 and over. So if they keep going for that for the next couple of overs, 70 for the first 10. Obviously chasing the target of 190. So that means they need to go at 12 and over, but this breeze is definitely picking up here on Sam Loxton over. 12 and over is probably doable.
It certainly is, especially if you get some hits in the air, and with this breeze, they will carry, and that's gone up in the air, backward point.
Up in the air to backwards point, a few bounces, the man's come in.
Yappy was willing to help out there by putting his hand out.
But also then gets his hand out of the way. I think a bit of gamesmanship there from Yappy Graham. He's probably amusing himself, and sometimes that's all you got to do, you know. If you keep yourself happy, everyone's happy according to you. That's usually the way it goes.
Yep.
Andrew coming in for the third ball of this over. Straight at the stumps, cut away by Yappy, back to his bread and butter. Fielders are going to get around there for this one though. They're just going to get through for a single. So Yappy 7 off 4. Daniel Lake 19 off 14. So Lakey going at a strike rate of 135. Yappy, albeit only a couple of balls, strike rate of 175.
Speaking of birds, we've got a couple of ibises hanging around us at the moment. There's no food here, so bugger off.
Bugger off, ibises.
Oh,
big shout there from Andrew Michaels. Quick
leg.
decision. Pitched
Hitting
outside
outside
leg. Pitched outside, hitting outside. Bowler saying, I think it was worth a
nice
try.
ball.
And look, as a bowler, you've got to ask the question. As an umpire, you've got to obviously know the laws, and you've got to adjudicate accordingly.
Yep.
But our man out there in the middle garage, no problems in giving some feedback as to why he gave his decision. And from our point of view here, definitely backing that. Obviously, it's hard to get a lefty LBW when you're also on the same side of the wicket as him. Another one off the legs there. Yappy's going to run through for another leg by. None for 21 off his 3 overs so far. Some nice tidy bowling here from Andrew. 1 for 43 after 6 for the Bucheurs. So the other matchup at the moment, so obviously the loser of this match is going to play the loser of the High Flyers against 3 short in the Shield round of 16. 3 short, 3 for 82 after 9.3, looking very comfortable in their pursuit of 112 as their target. And Henry Naylor's just delivered a very fine dot here to Yappy, probably pitching about 4th or 5th stump on the offside there. Yappy's had a swing, does not connect. Nice and full, played up into the air. The man's going to try come in there, but he's not going to get there. It's going to bounce a few times. Pick it up off the turf. The boy's going to scamper back through for 2. Yappy taking a few risks here, trying to get those runs ticking in his direction. But geez, that's going to be a tough hit into that wind. That is a very strong wind coming down the pitch towards the batsman. But he's going to have a crack. He's not going to die wondering.
No, and that's the thing. It's like, if you can have a go with, because you know that they're deep, it could fall short and get the 2 runs.
Cut away finally by Yappy, back to that bread and butter that I've been telling you about. They're going to get back through for 2 because he's just guided it down there. The man's going to come in off the rope.
Another 2, like 2s are going well.
2s are going well.
And then if you can jag that 4, you'll be per over, you'll be laughing.
They're still keeping that run rate around the 7, which is where I've been saying they need to keep it. And then we said
especially
obviously
up to the change.
Yeah, obviously we said, wickets. That is a big shot by Yappy onto the leg side. That's gone all the way for 6 runs, taking the loose ball, punishing them.
And then in the tribute to the Bucheurs and the boys and,
Last
and
ball.
Sando, bang!
Big Santo. Big Santo was over here, and I'm sure I can hear the echoes of Santo over in there saying bang. Bang indeed. Yappy goes bang. 17 off 19. He takes himself 2. Handy boundary for the Bucheurs. Last ball of this 7th over. Henry coming in from the top, and a little bit shorter of a good length there in at the pad of Yappy. He's just going to play that one off into the offside for a single.
That is over.
1 for 54 after 7. I don't know where this one's going.
They're keeping on target to try and get to that 70, 80 runs. For the changeover, and if they can do that, it will be interesting in the second half. But there is a few bowlers still to come for.
Coming right over the wicket.
Connelly's definitely got some good bowlers in their lineup today.
And you were here yesterday and you didn't get to see James Scove bowl.
No.
You got to see him bat, so you know he bats well, and I told you about that. And yeah, he bowls really well too. So.
All right, Jonathan Duff, the man I'm going to call Duff Man, coming into the attack.
Oh.
Putting a short, wide one out there that Yappy's had to wait on, but he's going to cut that away to the fielder. Got away with that one there, the Duff Man.
Yeah.
That was.
It sat up, didn't it?
Sat up nicely for him. And I think, Yappy probably had about 20 chances there to have a shot at it. The shot he played only got him a single, but still runs. All these runs going to be very valuable. Jonathan Duff coming in for the next ball. Full and straight at the stumps there. Blocked away by Daniel Lake. But with those fielders back so far, they're going to get through for a single. Jonathan Duff at the top of his mark there, coming in to deliver. Down the leg side there, a wide ball. Another free run there for the Bucheurs boys. So in the break, I was talking to...
Next over. No, next over.
So talking to... I'm not going to call him team owner because obviously, you know, LMS Cricket, no one really owns the teams in our Sunday leagues, but no. I guess the founder of the Bucheurs there...
It's gone again, but it's straight to the fielder.
Textbook fielding there in the deep by Connelly. Bowling it back in, that's a new one there. We've seen a few of those in the first innings.
Yeah.
But that target of 190, talking to a few of the boys over by the clubhouse, getting their thoughts. We'll call some of them expert opinions. Yep. Turbo been around cricket for a long time. Pretty much said that, a target of 160 they would have felt really, really comfortable. But geez, there was a lot of wides and no balls that, those extra runs, and we're seeing a few of them now, they're keeping the Bucheurs in the game. They might cost them in the end there. It's just a bit of sloppy bowling, a bit of sloppy fielding there. And in games like this, when you get to knock out cricket, definitely the difference makers there.
And massively quickly, great reply there, but it does add up so fast before you know it. Because all of a sudden, let alone the extra ball, if it's an extra wide or extra no ball, there's 3, but if not, the extra ball then puts away for a 6. So it's damaging, it doesn't matter. Everyone it hurts.
Any runs that come off that extra ball, they runs that, I guess...
should never have given away.
Yes, absolutely. And, I guess through overs 1 through 19, you're limited to that 6 ball over, so your first wide's only worth 1, but the other's worth 3. If you come in for an over and you just can't locate the pitch at all, you're still giving them 16 for... the boys get to stand there, watch the ball roll past them, and that's 16, Obviously, that's an extreme end. I don't think we've seen any here at our LMS Wide Australian Champs, and hopefully we don't. No. But as you were saying, just those extra runs, they definitely kill you in the end there. Henry Naylor coming in for his 3rd over, the only wicket taker so far for Connelly.
Good ball. Great ball there.
Great ball, nice Yorker length, and played respectfully and accordingly by Daniel Lake, just scampering through for a single. 22 off 19, a bit slower than we've seen him over the last couple of days, but hanging in there. Joshua Yappy Graham, 21 off 13 himself. So we're saying 70 was our magic number that we'd like to see them at. So they've got 10 to get and 9 balls. And 2 here will definitely help them get it down to a runner ball if we really want to get him to that 70. Yappy looks like he slipped at the top end there, and he's going to limp his way back.
Yeah, he's sort of done something there, hasn't he?
Look, if I'm being honest with you, the man puts a lot of mayo on everything.
Yep.
I think he likes the Battler story.
The Battler story, yeah. I did this because I had that.
I definitely think so. Look, I think he was a man that would have watched Glenn Maxwell's innings in the World Cup in its entirety at the time. And he's probably got the idea that if Maxie can do it, so can he. And that beautiful head of hair flowing in the wind here, very nice breeze we've got here. Look, he could definitely put them on his shoulders and get them across the line here.
Is that broken?
And Lakey's he needs a new bat because it's broken.
We can't keep having. Is it broken?
Asking for a new bat here. This one's not working for him. Let's see if a new one brings him any glory here.
It's got some petrol in it to see if it gets around the block.
Got some petrol in it to see if it can go around the block.
So let's see if he starts it up correctly, and then we'll see how that travels.
2-stroke or 4-stroke?
Oh, if I know Lakey enough, I reckon he reckons it's a 5-stroke.
5-stroke.
Yeah.
Nice and full, and with that new bat,
1 bounce, 2 bounces.
A couple of bounces to the fielder there.
Would have all turned pear-shaped if he got out there.
Oh, yeah, would have been blaming it on the bat on his walk off. But 1 for 64 here with 1 ball left in this 9th over, chasing the target of 190. As it stands, 126 required from 56. Full and straight at the stumps there, played into the leg side there by Joshua Yappy Graham, coming through for a single. So 1 for 65 after 9 overs. That means 125 runs required from 55 balls. That would be a run rate of 11.36.
9 gone, 65. Yep, 9 gone, 65.
My money would be with Connelly at the moment, but the Bucheurs still hanging around.
Yep. Especially with the wind about to come into their favour in the next after the next over. And like I said, 70 runs, so they're only 5 away. And, it will be roughly just on 10 and over, but just over. But it will come in gangbusters.
Sorry?
With this wind, and then they can get behind it. And it doesn't even have to be big sixes. It just has to be 1 bounce 4s and stuff like that, and that will get them home. But they obviously need Daniel and Yappy to get their 50s. And hopefully they can get them within the next, say, 5 to 8 balls each. And then that way it gives the opportunity for the rest of the team to open up the shoulders, especially when you've got 1 or 2 in the bank, and that helps heaps. So you got to James for his first ball.
Coming in for his first ball of his first over. Cut away nicely by Yappy, but the fielder's going to get around there. They're going to come through for 1. Yeah, look, I think every time we mention that, the game's slightly shifting towards Connelly, feels like that wind picks up and gets an extra 5Ks in it, just to remind us that, hey, Mother Nature's got
other plans.
Mother Nature's got other plans for us here, but the Bucheurs are going to have to capitalise on it. And yeah, as you said, that wind is pretty strong. So, hitting with it would feel nice, but you've still got to get that bat on ball. You've got to be comfortable out there. And these two look comfortable pushing it around for 1s and 2s, but we'll have to wait and see.
There's a misfield there. And they got able to scarp back through for 2.
We'll have to wait and see if they've got that extra gear. The Bucheurs will definitely need it in that back 10. But geez, it's a tricky game you play here. Obviously, 2 runs away from that 70, a couple of balls left. I'd like to say they get over it.
Yeah.
But, in those back 10, obviously only these 5-ball overs, dots will really, really make that run weight change really quickly. So you'd want to be hoping to score off pretty much every ball, I guess, just to keep runs going and capitalising where you can. 1 for 69 after 9.3, 2 balls left in this first 10. 2 balls left that they've got to struggle into the wind and hopefully use it to their advantage here, the Bucheurs. Only 1 wicket down. That's probably a win for them so far. These two got to get going shortly. James coming in for the 4th ball of this 10th over. Full toss pulled onto the leg side there by Josh Graham. Fielder's going to come around about 10 metres to his right. Throw that one back in. That is a very good arm from the boundary, and actually commented on by Josh Graham there. I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but I don't think he's going to take that one on later.
Coming up the last ball before we change ends. James.
Played nicely off the legs, and that one's going to race away to the boundary, picking up an extra 4 runs to the tally. Well needed by the Bucheurs. 1 for 74 from the first 10. 116 required from 50 balls at a very nice, simple to read run rate of 11.6.
And there's one little bugger that's going to happen at the end of this game. Whoever loses it will have to
74 after
back
10.
up and play.
74.
Looks like it'll be the high flyers. So
the Shield straight after this.
Yeah, they're going to have to pack up their bag. They're going to have to walk past the clubhouse to a few people that'll give them some words of advice for their next game. Walking over to turf number 2, which you can also catch on the live stream if you want to see the bounce back, the redemption story from whichever team obviously loses
Sorry,
here.
boys, it has to be a quick changeover.
So they'll be playing the loser of the high flyers versus 3 short CCC. Looking at the scorecard at the moment, unless barring a miracle, I think they'll be playing the high flyers.
Yes.
3 short, only 7 runs away from victory. 7 overs to get those 7 runs, but they've got 4 wickets in hand. So barring a miracle, looks like the loser of this game will be playing the high flyers. And obviously, as I've told you guys many times, winner of this match doesn't get much easier playing the Western Swingers tomorrow in the round of 16. And geez, they've looked good this week.
They're looking fantastic this week.
They were coming into the round of 32 as our third seed, the Western Swingers. Our top seed from Bow Desert. The Bow Desert boys would be happy. Our top seed, the Night Watchman, had a very comfortable win this morning over the Tongan Tocos. And the Bomb Squad have just disappeared from my scorecard, meaning that they've cleaned up the Old Fools. They were our number 2 seed. So,
Yes.
but looking at this top 32, geez, you've got some big powerhouses there that are, a seeding that doesn't really reflect how good they are. You've got the second 11 and you've got the tradies sitting around 10 and 11.
Oh,
big appeal there.
He's got him. He's given him.
Umpire has given him, and Josh Yappy Graham's got to go. The first ball after the changeover. Not what you want if you're a Bucheurs fan or if you're a man from Bow Desert.
And a great ball by James. First ball of his over as well. It's a fantastic effort. So everything's changed now. The whole situation's just changed on its head within one ball. Because now we've got the new batsman, Matt, coming in. He's settled. He was probably hoping him and Yappy could get to their 50s.
I think too.
Quick smart in the first 2 or 3 overs to give the boys a bit more of opportunity to be more fluent with their shots.
Same place, lads.
But now it's changing up straight away.
Do you know much about Matt?
No, I don't know.
Obviously, you're one game with the Bucheurs over the weekend.
Yep.
Got some stats here for you. So Matt's probably the form batsman for the Bucheurs, so may pay off for them. On day one, in a tight loss to the Sunday Sloggers, Matt Caruso, 42 of 15, so really got those runs going there. And that one's coming down the ground here. Is it going to make it?
Oh.
The man on the boundary takes a cracking catch. Very good fielding there from Connelly CC. All the momentum with them. What a catch.
Wow! That is unbelievable. He was literally on the edge of the boundary.
I think if we got a ruler out, it wouldn't have fit between him and the boundary there, but he has stayed in. Definitely an eligible catch.
Rope did not move. And I think the fact that he's 6'4" may have helped.
Yeah, definitely probably helped. Yeah. Well,
anyone else, I think, on an average height, it's gone over us.
Matt, if you're watching this back, sorry, mate, if I put the mockers on you by about telling how awesome your stats were.
He gave him,
and he's not happy.
You a mad rap, Matt. So
he's not happy with himself as he walks off, and the Magpie has come out to tell the Connelly boys, leave my friends in orange alone. But
they're wearing orange.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. Well, like I said, game's turned on its head. Now, hat-trick ball. We have not had a hat-trick here this week.
No, we've had plenty of hat-trick balls,
but not.
But they've been pretty underwhelming.
Yeah.
But
we had one yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Look, but James, he's only bowled 2 balls, but they've both been on the money. One smacking the big front pad of Josh Yappy Graham, given by our umpire there, and Matt trying to take the momentum from ball 1, holing out down onto the boundary here.
So here we go.
So
no pressure from the field.
Hat-trick ball for James Barakis. Loops it up there.
Oh.
Samler's just going to play that one in. Honestly, I think if they had the field in there, that might have been a catching chance. Yeah. But Samler Matthews off the mark, 1 from 1.
He can go away with not a duck. So
at the risk of repeating myself and putting the mockers in another batsman, Samler Matthews in the first game in that tight loss against the Sunday Sloggers where they put on 188, 51 not out of 32. So the 2 scores for the Bucheurs this week, 188, 188 and 205. So the Bucheurs boys can go quick enough to get to the target of 190, but are they going to have the wickets in the bank to do it, losing 3 already in 2 in quick succession? Looping it up there, big appeal, and he's given him 3 wickets in the over for James Barakis, and the Connelly boys are up and about.
Game changer, folks, game changer. Look at that.
At least it wasn't Semler. I haven't put the mockers on him yet.
No, you haven't.
I spoke about Lakey earlier. I don't think it counts anymore.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's over. It's gone. You spoke about him when he came out.
Exactly. So I can't be held responsible for this. Bucheurs boys, do not come at me, please.
He was in there for 30 balls, so it's all over.
He had his time.
He had his time, yes.
Next man to the crease, Jamie the Horse's Braithwaite.
This game could be over quick smart right now. It's really fallen apart for the Bucheurs, and
look, maybe the Connelly boys are doing him a favour. Get this one done quickly, give him a bit more of a break. And then, well, depending on how that other game goes, so that other game between the High Flyers and 3 Short has just finished. So they want to give him a break similar to the High Flyer boys, maybe. Maybe they want to get that game done early. Wide and full. Cut away nicely by Samla Matthews into the cover region. Just going to scamper through. Oh, they're going to come back for the 2. Jamie Braithwaite, who's on his bike there, and he's got run out. What a silly 2 they've tried to take. It is all falling apart here for the Bucheurs.
Unbelievable stuff here. It is literally 4 wickets in 6 balls.
4 wickets and 6 balls. Mother Nature, what are you doing?
This has been a... Oh.
I've turned him down. So the new man in, Bradley Smith. I think, again, 4 wickets and 6 balls. I think 7 balls ago, Bradley Smith was probably sitting in a chair with his feet up. Now he's out there in the middle, coming to face the heat. Sparakis and Jonathan Duff taking it to the Bucheurs boys. A few steps at the top of the mark. Duffy comes in. Duffman, oh yeah, bowls a wide one there, but yep, called by our umpire. So, that's another run to the total.
I was just trying to see what the trajectory was. I was just thinking it over.
Slows down the wickets, but maybe only for a ball. Duffman coming in to bowl the second ball of this 12th over down the leg side there. 3 free runs there for the Bucheurs. Welcome here, a little bit of pressure off them, but 5 wickets down, 80 runs on the board, chasing a target of 190. The heat's definitely still on. Oh, beautiful cover drive there from Samla Matthews. A very traditional cricket shot. For a man batting in a floppy, I don't think we see that too often.
Last ball.
1 ball left in this 12th over. Bradley Smith on strike.
Oh, he lets that go.
That is 1 more to come. My bad, sorry. That's 1 more ball.
He's had a couple of wides, but still, he's none for 11 off 1.4.
None for 11 off 1.4, Duffy. Obviously the run out not getting accredited to the bowler, but he definitely had a big play in that. Delivers a bit short of a good length, just outside off stump. Played at by Bradley Smith. To a point region. Comes through for a single.
That is over.
5 for 82 after 12. So, 108 runs required off 40 balls. Jeez, that's going to take some chasing. Run rate of 13.5 required.
While I have you here, I'll take a quick photo for the 3 for. Above.
Played it back to the bowler.
Oh, he's bowled him.
Straight through him.
Straight through him. Throws his bat in the air.
Another wicket
catches it.
down. Bucheurs 6 down for 82 in all sorts of trouble. Bradley Smith, he's got to go. That brings your man, Sandro Santo, to the crease.
Ah, Sando.
Does this tail between Connelly CC, the boys out of Sydney, and the Bucheurs SC, the boys out of Bow Desert here up in Queensland, does this tail have one more twist?
One more twist, one more wag.
One more
and it'd
wag.
be good to have Santo hit a 6 so I can go bang on him, because he went bang on me when I was batting down in Wollongong. So that's what I'd like to see what happens. So hopefully that will endeavour come through, maybe. But we'll see.
Let's see.
He won't die wandering, Sandro. So.
I've seen Big Sandro hit some big sixes. And
Oh, he
off the
flicks it
pads, he
over.
plays that nicely. The men aren't going to get there,
that
though.
was-
One bounce, one hand, one bounce. If that was a real Sandro, would be on its bike.
He'd be on
But
his
it's
way.
not. It's not in the laws of cricket, so he gets a single for it.
Yeah. And that was very casual.
Very casual,
entrance.
just flick off the legs by Sandro. Very, very fine, very precise.
Yes.
From a man who hits a very long ball when he wants to.
Comes in. Oh.
Excellent
Just
delivery
outside
by
the
James.
edge.
James has been the pick of the bowlers here.
4 for 2.
4 for 2. 4 for 2.
1.4.
He's been the game changer here.
Yeah.
Definitely think he's gone a long way to get those man of the match honours for him. And of course, you know, there's some players that's all it's about. Don't know if James is one of them, but an excellent bowling display from him. And he batted really well too.
Yes.
So he's definitely put himself in contention
Yeah,
there.
the cliche is too, like sometimes you can get 3 or 4 wickets and still not get man of the match.
Still not enough. Still not enough.
Due to
But look,
their weird algorithm they have.
the weird algorithm. I'm sure if you dove into the algorithm and the ones and the zeros, all the binary in it, you'd
It
see
just,
some stuff.
yeah, it just
but
helps.
James 33 off 20 earlier before he holed out to Yappy Graham off the bowling of Lance Newman. One of the only 2 wickets
Oh,
falling
look,
in
now
the
James
common
Chauffeur's coming into bowl.
James
Been
Chauffeur's
talking
coming
about him
in.
all
Bowler change
game.
coming
He did
right
say
over
he
the
is a
wicket.
bowler.
There could be 2 balls, 2 wickets here.
So, giving you some stats on the great man Sandro, who's standing at the non-striker's end right now, showing off that beautiful Bucheurs cap. I'll give you a bit more in a second. Semler facing the James Chauffeur first ball.
Oh.
Big appeal here from James, not given by the umpire. Intent there from Samler to pick the big gap there. Hit it into the breeze, but along the ground it looks like. So, the big man, Sandro. Strike rate of 133.97, not too worried about that. High score of 76 not out.
76.
15 50s. So this is a man who has done it plenty of times. Hoping to do it again here and go bang a few times on his way there. Samler playing that one down the ground. The fielder's going to take about 10 steps to his left. Come in to field it. So this brings our big man on the strike. You know what we want here, Sandro? And he'd be thinking it too, hey? He'd be thinking there's only one place this is going, and that's straight down the ground into the side screen. Let's see if he can deliver. Tosses it up, moves his feet.
Oh, it's just missed the top of the stumps.
Just missed the top of the stumps, but the big man survives.
I know whose phone this is
That
now.
missed and that was too close. Last ball.
One ball left in this first over from a James Chauffeur. 1 run from it, no wickets, so I think Sparks has got him covered at the moment. Played nicely through the cover region by Sandro. Guided it down to the boundary here, but the fielder's come around, just going to come through for a single.
That is over.
6 for 86 after 14 overs. Bucheurs in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh, good.
104 off 30. Big ask.
Not impossible.
Not impossible, but a big ask.
But a big ask, yeah.
Right at this time of the stage and this time of the game.
So that's 17.33 and over. That's going to have to be a lot of big sixes
hits.
from Sandro, yeah. He can do it. I definitely think Sandro can deliver. But let's see if this game has
Let's see
any
what
more
happens
twist
here.
in it. Jonathan Duff coming in from our end here. Bowling seam up. Sandro's going to put that up into the wind. The fielder's going to take that
there's the
nice
catch.
and comfortably. So no big sixes from the big man, Sandro.
No
Santo.
bangs. No bangs. Zero
No
bangs.
Zero bangs. Man's going to go. Samler Matthews, last man for the Bucheurs.
Last man stands now. Only 2s, 4s and 6s now required. And that's all that's going to be happening.
2s, 4s and 6s required. Will be a big task here for Samler to get him across the line here. 104 required off 29 balls.
Plays it out nicely. Just
I think if you had a batting partner there, you'd stroll through for a single there. But
Yeah.
I'm a man who believes in good omens.
I do too.
And a man who has played a lot of cricket for the Bucheurs is joining us over here. Ty Avery. Having a look at that scorecard there, mate. Chasing 190. 7 for 86. Thoughts?
No bangs. No bangs.
No thoughts here from Ty Avery as Samler Matthews gets through for a cheeky 2, just to get his score looking a little bit nicer. Jonathan Duff coming in from our end here, bowling down to the legs of Samler Matthews. He's blocking it. A very conventional shot there from Samler. So 1 ball to go left in this Jonathan
Last ball.
Duff over. Duffman, 1 wicket so far, 1 for 12 off 2.4, 1 ball left in his third over. He'd be hoping to pick up another wicket here, and Semler will be hoping to survive. Cut away nicely there by Semler Matthews, but being the only man out there, he's not going to take the 2, so that's going to finish with a dot. 7 for 88 after 15. Now it's 20 and over required.
We'll see if... oh, here we go. James is back on.
James is coming in. He wants the 5 for.
He wants the 5 for. 4 for 3 off 2 so far.
4 for 3 off 2. They are some good figures, and he looks like a spinner here. Spinner's
Oh! He's almost taken a ripper, and that was on camera there. Caught and bowled, chance. That's still a fine. Drop catch.
Yeah, I'm putting that down as mischance.
Here he goes.
Played nicely back to the bowler. So James Sparakis, obviously in his 84 matches he's played, known as a good bat, 143rd in the country. Big appeal there.
He's giving him out.
He's giving him.
There he is.
James gets his 5 for. I was trying to put a little bit of mayo on there, you know, talk it up, saying he's going for his second 5 for here, and he's just gone and done it.
He's just got it and bettered it too. 5 for 3.
5 for 3. Best figures for James. He'll be looking at that later. He'll come back and he'll screenshot some of that. Well, it was over as quick as it started.
Well bowled. Thank you. Yeah, you can keep it. Thank you. Thank you. Well played.
There we go, folks.
Thank you. Well played.
Colony excels there, and they go on to the round of 16. Bad luck to the Bucheurs. They get to play the
high
into the
flyers.
shield now. High flyers. I'm going to check out for now for a little bit, and I'll catch you later. Thanks, Nath.
Cheers, mate. Good to have you
Cheers,
here.
mate. Catch
Cheers,
up.
mate.